The truth is that we work as machines because we need fuel. Food is fuel. So if you eat the wrong fuel, basically it's like if you have your Ferrari, your Lamborghini, whatever car you like, you go to the gas station and you fill it with diesel. You break the car. But that happens to ourselves as well, just in a long term. There is a simple trick to find out what is good and what is bad, which I'm going to tell you now, and then I'm going to tell you why. You go to supermarket and see something in the shelf. Let me take it. And oh, look, this is very good. I love it. It's so sweet. Now the trick is, okay, you've seen it, you love it, it's so sweet. Just flip it, check the label. The label will tell you one thing. It's not difficult, I promise. Just try it. It's not difficult and it will help you. Read. It says 100 grams of this product contains this many calories, who cares? This many fats of which saturated, who cares? Go to the carbohydrates only. Check. 100 grams of product contains like 80 grams of carbohydrate, of which 75 sugars and 2 fiber. Okay? Now, if you are in the States, probably it's more likely, if it is 80 grams of carbohydrates in total, you will see in this case 70 grams of sugars, 5 grams of fiber and 5 grams of carbohydrates. If you are in Europe, it will tell you the total of fiber, sugars, simple and complex in just one. So you will see 80 grams of carbohydrates in total, of which 70 sugars and 5 fiber. It doesn't matter. The important thing is sugars. Sugars means the simple sugars. And why are they bad? Because we have 2 hormones that regulate the blood sugars level in our body. We need to have some sugar in the bloodstream, but not too much. These sugars are immediately available for our brain, for our body to function. Even you who are watching this video right now, sitting comfortably on your chair, are consuming that sugar. These 2 hormones, one is called insulin, which I'm pretty sure you know. In fact, people with diabetes, they have not enough insulin, so whenever they eat, they need to inject insulin because otherwise too much sugar will kill them. And the other one is called glucagon. They are antagonists. What insulin does, glucagon does the opposite. So insulin takes the sugars from the blood and put them in and store them into our muscles, liver, fat, more likely. While glucagon, when you don't have enough sugars in your blood, just goes and picks these sugars from muscles, from liver, from fat, it depends. Basically, while muscles and liver, they have a limited storage capacity, fat is a little bit more like Gmail. You know, you keep receiving emails, attachments and things, you never delete them, but you still keep having lots of space. It never ends. That's exactly the same thing. So fats, you know, you can pile up as much as you want, basically, even more than you want usually. We cannot live with too much sugar in our body. We need sugar in the bloodstream. We cannot live with too much sugar in the bloodstream, but we also need some sugar in the bloodstream. So these 2 hormones, they regulate the levels of sugars in the bloodstream. What happens when we are used to eating lots of highly dense in simple sugars food, our organism, which is very efficient and optimizes things at its best, knows us and say, okay, now this guy, the girl, whatever, is eating. The organism doesn't know what you're eating. The organism knows that you are eating. And if you're eating, for instance, celery, which is very good, it's high in fiber, they are not, so that's very good. It doesn't know. So because you've been always eating all the time, it will simply produce insulin to take care of all the sugars that you would not get that time. Because even if you eat lots of things, you know, our pancreas, which is the gland that produces insulin and glucagon, will produce a lot of insulin just because that's the way you have trained it. It will remove too much blood sugar from your bloodstream. What happens is that immediately 1 hour after, when the peak occurs, a peak of insulin occurs, you will start craving for something. So you open your fridge and look forever. I don't want this, I don't want that, I'm just hungry, but I don't know what I want. Okay, I'll take this even if I don't really want it. And then you end up by eating this, that, and you will never be satisfied. That's called carbohydrate addiction. That's very bad because your body adapts to it and you will keep having cravings and so on and so forth. It also leads to an increased risk of diabetes, type 2 diabetes at least. So it's not very healthy. You should stop doing it. So next time when you go to the supermarket, just check the label, check the simple sugars, which is sugars compared to 100 grams of product, and try to take them as low as possible. Instead, try to have the other carbohydrates and above all fiber high. You can have beans instead of Nutella. It's the same thing. It just doesn't taste as good, but it's so good for you. Because at the end of the day, it's not really how much fuel you put in the car, but it's what kind of fuel. Would you put diesel in your Ferrari?